Welcome back. Now, ever since I took delivery of the BMW GSA, I've been waiting for the perfect luggage system to come out. Now, you may remember some months ago, I had my eye on the LoneRider moto case, the top box. So the company very kindly sent me that, and I've tried and tested that, put it through its paces. I've been away on several trips with that, actually. It's lived up to all of the hype. It's remained totally waterproof. I can fit everything I want in there. However, one of my concerns was, especially after riding around with that top box fully loaded after the last few months, was that the bike did definitely feel a little bit top heavy, especially when I was coming to a standstill. I always thought if I got the matching set of panniers, which I have here, imagine that, that hopefully it'll reduce that centre of gravity on the bike, and it'll also complete the matching set of luggage, because I am a bit of a poser. I like the bike to look fabulous, and having that complete luggage system on the bike is a big part of it for me. So without further ado, shall we unbox? So, unboxing done. I did receive the rack mount as well, which I fitted during the week in preparation for these bags arriving. Take a little look at these shots. It took me about an hour to take off the existing BMW scaffold, and I hadn't realised how much I disliked the scaffold until I put the LoneRider frame on. And I really think it's a great throwback to the traditional 1200 and 1250 GSAs, of which I love the scaffolding. So this takes me sort of back there. To me, I'm hoping that when these panniers get on the bike, it sort of completes the look of the bike as well. As you know, and I think I'm still in the minority, I love the looks of this bike. So I'm really hoping this is only going to accentuate it even further. So when you take your panniers out, you'll notice the QR codes on the top. So what this video is not is an instructional video about how to fit the panniers, because if you just scan that QR code, that'll take you to, well, actually LoneRider do incredible videos on their website about how to fit any of their products onto, I think, pretty much any bike as well. So I followed it during the week to fit the scaffold to the rear of the GSA, and like I say, no problems at all. Less than an hour, and for me, believe me, that's very good. You'll notice they're slightly different sizes, like most pannier systems. This one is a 34 litre, this one is a 37 litre. It's literally just to fit around the exhaust, and that's pretty much it. One clever design I like already, which I've only noticed taking this out of the box, is the cases here. Do you know what? If I turn it the right way around, rather than looking at the fitment side of it, you'll be able to see what I mean. So it opens both sides. So with a bike like mine, because I have the large moto case on the top, I've often thought, would that impede the opening of side panniers? Somebody told me it would. But what LoneRider have done is make it possible so you can open your box either side. Now you'll see here the hinge, you can just swap the hinges inside over onto the other side, depending in which way your opening is going to work, if you've got a top box on, or which way indeed that your bike is configured. So like I say, you can literally swap these to the other side. The other thing about these is they're not sort of made of a steel cable like a lot of other panniers, where they get caught in the sides here when you close down the panniers. I've seen that happen so many times, and it's a pain because you ruin the sort of watertight seal there and everything. So that is really good that they just fold in without getting caught. Time will tell. This is only initial impressions. And because I've been sent these pre-launch date, unfortunately, I haven't been sent the locks yet to go into the panniers. They're on the way. It's just they were coming from somewhere else. So they are in post at the moment. So you get 6 locks in total, one for either side of each pannier, and one there which locks the pannier onto the scaffold. The locks all come with keys, but if you want, you can code each lock to your one BMW key, which is what I've done already with the motor case. I'll be doing the same with these, so it's all operational off one key. So when I arrive at a hotel, I may just use the one key to unlock everything and get into the hotel as quick as possible. What I do love already about this scaffold as well is that even when the panniers aren't on, it protects the bike. With a soft system, the rackless system, when you take them off, your bike is still exposed. So you've sort of got to leave the panniers on all the time for a bit of protection. But yeah, I love that about the bike. And I, like I said earlier on, I just think the bike looks great with this particular scaffold. Right, let's get the panniers on and we'll get it out into the garden to have a look before we go off on my around the world trip. One of the first things I'm looking forward to doing is this, to see if indeed the panniers open with the top box. Now, don't forget that I have the biggest top box there is. This is a massive 57-litre top box. You can get the smaller one, which will allow your panniers to open fully, but I can still get these to open there, which is good enough for me. And it's a great idea, again, from LoneRider, that they have the hinges either side. And like I mentioned earlier on, you can swap these hinges onto here. So if you want, if you didn't have a top box like this, you could open it from the rear and open your bags that way. As you can see, there's not a chance it's going to open with the 57-litre top box there at the moment. Now, in fairness to LoneRider, at this stage I've placed this edit into the video because if you remove the molle panel from the side of your moto case, and the reason that I'm putting this edit in is it only applies to this 57-litre case where you can't open the moto pannier fully because of the protruding sides of the size of this case. If you went for the smaller moto case, then this doesn't apply at all because it just opens fully from either end on the moto pannier. So if you remove the molle panel like that, then your moto pannier does open fully and you can take your inner bag with clothes in and out. Again, you will only have this problem with the 57-litre case. Okay, let's just get the accessories in place first of all before we head off. This is great news. I don't know if you remember on my review of the moto case, the top box, they had the handles that way around, so I looked like a pizza delivery guy every time I walked into the hotel. But it's like a proper bag now, which is great. So clearly you leave the panniers on, and when you get to your destination, you take the soft bags out, which is great because you can actually carry them properly like that. Love that. I wonder if it was because of me that LoneRider designed that the other way around. I'd like to think so. I doubt it though. Right, we'll go with the, what do you call these? The sort of the wallet, if you like, for the top of here. They just clip onto the little lugs there using these, those little elasticated hoops. Here's one I made earlier. I love this, to put all my camera stuff in these little pockets and pouches and radio mics and SD cards and, oh man. I love a gadget, and this is like the epicenter of Inspector Gadget's sort of pannier system. Love this. Yeah, that's very well designed. I'd nearly buy them for this alone. Actually, talking of price, this current time when I'm making this video, LoneRider haven't actually released the official price, so I can't tell you. All I can say is, if you fancied buying some of these, would you mind awfully going to click onto LoneRider's site through my affiliate link below? I get a tiny kickback from this, which allows me to make videos like this and put fuel in the motorbike and keep the channel running. If you wouldn't mind doing that, I would appreciate that very, very much. Now, after having fit in the panniers, I have to say I'm a little bit concerned because I was rather hoping the width of the panniers would stay inside the same width of the crash protection on the engine casings there. So let's have a little look. I can pretty much tell visually that it's a little bit wider than the those little bars which stick out from the engine casing. So we're about there and to there. 40 inches, which is 102 centimetres. That's our maximum width from pannier to pannier. And I can tell you now, I'll do it as precisely as I can, it's a visual effect. I don't believe it. From at the back end of the bike, it looks as though the panniers are wider than the crash protection bars. They're not. The crash protection bars are exactly the same width as the panniers, which is amazing for your guide. So if you scrape the front of your bike, you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to scrape the back of the bike. But anyway, that's really good. That was a huge concern of mine. I really needed the panniers to be within the crash bar protection at the front, and they are. In fact, I'd say they've been designed like that, known LoneRider. So I'd say they're within the millimetre because they're exactly 40 inches. Again, 102 centimetres. This is good news. Right, can we ride the bike yet, please, sir? Okay, so it's only fair to load each pannier with a bit of weight. So I have two 10-kilogram sandbags here, 10 kilograms either side, just to give it a more realistic effect to being loaded. So eventually we're on the bike. There's a couple of tests I want to do. First of all, I wanted to just bring out the Moto panniers by themselves without the top box. In the the natural habitat where I live, which, since this is most of the riding I do around the country roads, and I can say straight off, I can't notice any difference in terms of weight, especially when I'm sort of leaning over into the corners. There's literally no difference at all. I can't even feel they're on the bike, which is great news, of course. I've left the earplugs out, just to see if I can detect any wind noise, especially across the mole panels. And the good news is there, I can't detect any of that either. The next test I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Moto case on and head out onto a dual carriageway to do motorway speeds, just to see if I can detect any difference at all. But so far, this is great. Once you're moving, there's literally no difference at all to how the bike feels without them on. Delighted about that. Incidentally, if you're thinking about purchasing some of these for your bike, they're not just exclusive to the 1300 GSA. It just so happens that they do fit this GSA, and this is the bike I have. But yeah, this feels really good. Very happy and relaxed with them on, especially knowing that they're the same width as the crash protection on my bike. This is really good news. So, just coming on to a main road. I'm going to take the bike up to 100 kilometers per hour or thereabouts. Set the cruise control. There we go. And as you can see by the 360 image, I also have the Moto case, the top box on the back. I don't know if you remember my review of that as well. I put two helmets inside that box and also 10 kilograms with weight discs. So I've done exactly the same again, just to keep it real, folks. So I am one heavy machine, and I'm talking about the bike, not me. And I'm just calculating, I must be close to a third of a ton if I'm not over that, with myself sitting on it. So very, very heavy. As expected, can't tell at all that I'm carrying the boxes, which is great. And there's no buffeting from the airflow going over the boxes, which is even better. And I'm sat at nearly 100 kilometers an hour here. So you just don't even know the boxes are on. That's great. No undue noise from them either. No whistling through the mole panels. I've really had that on so many bikes with different luggage systems, and it drives me crazy. So none of that, which is great news. Yeah, very impressed. I actually love the way the bags look. I suspect for the type of riding I do as well, which is mainly touring on this machine, I'll keep the side panniers on probably all year round, just as handy bags and also a bit of protection. And I really do think they make the bike look fantastic. It sort of completes the look of the bike for me. Very happy indeed with that. And of course, when I'm going further afield, like the ABR festival and other trips like that, then of course I'll be putting the top box on as well. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all I can add. Thanks so much to LoneRider for sending me these. I am not sponsored by them. They don't get to see this video before it goes out, and you know me by now. I say it how it is, good, bad or indifferent. And one last reminder, if you're thinking about getting these for your bike, would you please think about ordering through my link below. If I'm not mistaken, I think they've 20% off as a sort of pre-sale offer until the stocks run out of that first batch, so you can avail from that as well by using my link below. And I do get a small kickback. It keeps the fuel in this very, very thirsty beast. Other than that, I'll be back on YouTube next Saturday morning. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you got some valuable info from this review. And sure, have a great week, everybody. Ride safe. Dave Perry, WheelieGoodTV. It's a wrap.